We got our own Clika. Strong Clika. 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 That's all we got is Clika. 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 Can you respect?
Oh, look at the Tres Flores sticker, dude.
You're going to do the
That's our official logo right there.
Fuck yeah, dude. The Tres
Clika
Flores.
podcast.
You guys gave me one at the
then
show.
you-
I remember that shit.
You did a double take on it. You're like, what the fuck?
Oh man, that shit used to give you zits on your head, man.
Hell yeah, dude. I used to break
I still use it for my beard.
Dude, that shit would get fucking hot, dog.
With a fucking media.
If you walk by a veterana, she'll do a double take too.
Oh yeah. She'll smell that shit. That's like fucking.
The Tres Flores in the curve. You're all in, dog. Aquí andamos en la que buena.
Welcome to La Clika Podcast. We're here with Countime.
We are at Soundbite Studios in LA. And so for our listeners who don't know you, can you introduce yourselves?
I'm Junior. I do vocals.
What's up? I'm Javee. I do vocals.
Hey, how's it going? Chino, do drums. What up? I'm Mikey. I play guitar.
Johnny's not here. He does bass.
Yes,
Piedra.
I'm Chris. I'm a podcaster.
And I'm Joel.
And we have Rick as a producer, always here.
What's up?
What's cracking, man?
Ese
So glad
Ricky.
you're here.
We're missing Liam. He's coming back from Vegas. Probably all fucked up and shit.
All right, well, we wish Liam a safe and happy trip back to LA.
Yes, we do.
Hope that hangover's not too bad.
He'll be all right.
Nothing's
be
worse
good.
than having a hangover and driving.
It's kind of mandatory.
Yeah.
If you're coming back from Vegas, it's mandatory you have a hangover.
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
And you smell like
it's
cigarettes.
religious.
It smells like cigarettes.
Yeah, you smell like. Even though you don't smoke in Vegas in the fucking hotels, you still smell like it. Eh? You know what I mean?
Like circus.
Yeah.
You smell like a momo.
Yeah, that's a tirado.
Circus smells like fucking patas from all the kids. We love the kids, but you gotta wash your feet. Wash your patas. Remember that? You heard that shit?
And don't jump in that pool, dog. What the fuck? Straight hongos right away.
Oh yeah. I used to think the reason when you would jump in a pool and your eyes would be burning, dog, is because like the chlorine.
miedos?
It's pee.
Miedos, yeah.
Dirty motherfuckers. I don't fucking pee in your fucking toilet. Don't swim in my pool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those are motherfuckers with chorro jumping in the pool.
I usually stay away from like pools because I just figure that as like liquid ball water, all the nasty shit, ass crack. I mean, who knows who jumps in the pool? I mean, not everybody takes a shower before they jump in the pool.
Yeah, I'm the first one to say I farted in that motherfucker.
See what I'm saying? This is the reason why I don't go in pools.
How
'cause
many of you
motherfuckers-
peed in the pool before? I fucking.
Straight up.
Straight
up.
I pee in the crazy river, eh?
And
And I know the lifeguard looks at me because I'm not moving. You know what I mean?
Then you hear these stories about these fucking kids getting these amoebas in their brain because fucking water's like poisonous and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Now, if you ever want to have fun, get some food coloring, have it in your pocket when you're in the pool.
Oh, I've never tried
Just
that.
fucking get Kool-Aid.
Hey, you'll have the pool all
You
to
just gave me a
yourself,
mean,
man.
fucked up idea. Like, I'm gonna put it against with some food that I don't like. Like, fuck
Just-
this fucking
yeah.
pee-pee man right now.
Get that grape flavored Kool-Aid and just open it up, or the tropical punch.
Keep a couple of Mars bars in your pocket too.
But that's how you.
That's good.
Yeah, that way you get the pool to yourself, man.
Hell yeah.
Nobody's gonna fuck with you.
Now I know.
So, moving on. It seems that the hardcore scene, in a way, kind of went back into the underground in a sense. And it seems like Hatebreed, for the most part, is kind of like the hardcore Soul Survivor in the mainstream, so to speak. How would you describe your ascent in the hardcore scene? And do you ever hope to be part of the mainstream like Hatebreed in the hardcore genre?
I mean, Hatebreed is like, they start off as a hardcore band, and like Jamie's doing this thing now, and much respect, much love to them, doing what they got to do. But when it comes to them, like being like, I guess, hardcore icon, I would have to say it's Agnostic Front. You know what I mean? There is no Hatebreed if there was no Agnostic Front. There is no Cro-Mags. There is no Warzone, you know what I mean, without Agnostic Front. So, I mean, not Cro-Mags, but definitely Warzone.
Right.
Definitely. I definitely wouldn't mind being in that stage as Hatebreed though.
I want to eat.
Those guys open up for some pretty big bands. Dude.
Yo, Jamie, if you're listening, Countime, baby, Countime.
Yeah, they put on some good shit. Where I think I seen Jamie was like the host of like MTV for a while, right?
Was he?
Yeah, he was like Headbangers Ball, right?
Oh, damn.
Hell yeah.
I mean, fuck
He has to
yeah.
be. Anybody's better than Ricky Rackman. You know,
Yeah.
as far as Headbangers Ball goes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That guy was like a corporate hack.
So let's go around the table. What's your favorite hardcore band, Chino?
Off the top, I'd have to say Warzone, some local bands, Mortal Pride, stuff like that, you know.
I have so many. It starts just a few: Agnostic Front, Madball, AFI.
Old AFI.
Word.
East Bay Hardcore.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Junior?
It's kind of hard to like have like favorite bands. I have favorite songs, you know what I mean? But if I had to pick one band, it's definitely Agnostic Front and Social Justice, aka Downset.
Nice. Javee?
Yeah, I would have to say Sick of It All.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got them tattooed on me. It's right, 1134 is one of my favorite bands, too.
Oh, nice.
It's going
Nice.
back a little bit. But, yeah, all those guys, man.
Well, I mean, you know, like New York hardcore is definitely like a big influence on this band. I mean, we love our city. We definitely love LA hardcore, but the only bands that we're like actually doing what we, you know, look up to is Suicidal Tendencies, Beowulf, No Mercy. You know, the Venice scene, that was our New York hardcore growing up.
Go to.
And, you know, we had punk rock, you know, he had, you know, the other Bad Religion and all that stuff, but New York hardcore is definitely like a different influence on us, you know what I mean?
Now, you guys claim Northeast Los Angeles. Is that right?
Yes, we do.
So tell us what region that is.
Me and Javee are from Northeast Los Angeles, Cypress Park,
Okay.
and they are from East Los Angeles on Burger Avenue, and he is from Pico Rivera.
What about the rest of the band?
Yeah, and Liam is from London, Johnny's from Pico Rivera, but the band like started the idea, whatever, in Cypress Park.
Nice.
So that's why we say that.
So Liam is from like northeast LA, right?
He's from like the Eastern Hemisphere, dude.
He's from Northeastern LA.
Northeast London.
Yeah, that dude just like I was at a bar in Hollywood at Powerhouse, and he was wearing like a hardcore shirt, and I had one on, whatever. We like had a couple drinks, started talking. I sent him a couple tracks, and he was with it, and he's been with us ever since.
Nice, man. What does he play?
Plays guitar,
Guitar, damn.
but he's like that white boy that just fits in with us. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he cracks all the jokes. Sometimes he's even more than we do. You know what I mean? Like he just fits in with us, and he's just a fucking dirty scumbag just as much as we are. Right?
He's the ghetto weirdo of the band. Is that
Oh yeah.
He's the rudest motherfucker you'll ever meet. Straight up.
Straight.
Your mama jokes, your sister jokes,
Oh
straight
yeah.
up.
England motherfuckers, you know, I mean, they're rude as in general. I mean, their whole like profanity level is different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then you
It's
know,
a whole different
their
level.
teeth are all fucked up. You know what I mean?
The bald spot in the back.
those fools never die though, man. Like fucking fools from Europe don't fucking die. Look at fucking the Beatles and fucking with Paul McCartney's still alive. You know what I mean?
Look at
Rolling Stones are still going. Look at shit. That fool's seen death how many times? Eh?
I start drinking more tea, dude.
Fuck no. That shit,
4 o'clock.
Change the name to Tea Time.
right?
That's a good one.
No shit, dude.
We're tea time. We're 87 years old. We're still representing the hardcore scene.
Right. It's probably gonna be us, eh?
It's all good.
Fucking wearing Pampers and shit instead of buying them.
So you guys been around for over a decade, right?
Yeah, the idea started in, I'll say 2003.
Yeah.
Me and Javee were in a different band in LA called Difference of Opinion, and he was in another band called Set Aside, and another member was in another band, and we just, you know, put our idea together, formed Voltron, and it was a side project, and it evolved to what it is. I mean, it took some time because, you know, when we first started, people didn't really take us serious. Who the fuck is gonna take serious a bunch of wetbacks thinking about fucking the streets? Why wouldn't they? But in hardcore scene, they didn't.
No.
You know,
It's usually angry white boys.
what the fuck are you angry about? What, your mom didn't fucking give you a ride to school? You know what I mean?
My mom didn't buy me the Beamer.
We had to catch the bus, and then you have to fucking deal with all the taggers and all the fucking
Yeah, no shit.
fools stealing your fucking hats in the 90s and shit.
Your Walkman.
So after all that time, what inspires you to keep going? You know, since 2003, you're still hitting it pretty hard. What inspires all you guys to keep going?
Hardcore.
Hardcore. But I think we all, from the start, we had a genuine appreciation, a love for the music. I mean, it brought us together. We were all like the song Ostracized. We were all outcasts, ostracized. But this is the shit that either kept us out of trouble or got us into some shit. But in the end, it ended up all fucking positive, you know? And me and Dizzy have been doing this shit for a long time. I mean, we started like back in the early 90s and shit. But it is that appreciation for the music, and we always want to keep creating new shit, you know?
Pretty much. That and like, you know, I mean, not to knock bands, but there's just sometimes I go to a show and I'm just like, how the fuck did you get on the bill? You know what I mean? Like, why the fuck are you playing with them? And, you know, I'm not going to name drop, but you motherfuckers know who you are. I don't paint my nails or wear eyeliner, so.
Oh, you know.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to the new generation of quote unquote hardcore.
Yeah, shout out to theatrics.
Yeah, I mean, no, theatrics, leave that a fucking war, you know what I mean? Leave it at Gigi Allen. I mean, I'm not going to take a shit and throw it at people, but I wouldn't mind throwing it at those bands, you know what I mean?
So lyrically, what are the issues or points you want to get across to your listeners?
We're definitely a fucking anti-pedophilia band, you know what I mean? Like, we do not support any of that fucking shit. Fuck racists, fuck rapists, and fuck pedophiles, you know what I mean? So we definitely want that to be fucking one of our staples. As far as anything else, we're proud that we're Mexican. And if we grew up in the hood and that's ghetto for you, I'll take that.
So you guys are all Mexican, except for Liam?
Yeah.
Correct.
Is Liam an honorary Mexican now? Now that he's been hanging out with you guys for a couple of years.
Does he have a European sarape?
No, see, that's a great question that you're about to ask. Because when we go like different places, because he ain't got no papers.
He's a wetback.
Sorry,
So
Leo.
when we go across the border, we'll be back. We'll be in San Isidro, and he'll still be right there like, hey, man, what the fuck? What's going on? No, but he was actually stoked because he just came back from Europe to go see his parents, and he said that the customs did not sweat him, and he just went across.
Yeah.
Because usually he's been getting like sweated because of, you know, his work visa, whatever, but he's all stoked that he got across now, so I guess you could say, yeah.
Has his benefits.
Yeah, the nopal is growing, you know what I mean?
Does he pick up like the little Mexican things from you guys?
Yeah, he's been doing Spanglish. It sounds really funny without, you know, with the Malcolm McLaren voice, you know, but it's working, eh?
We grew up with a white boy, and freaking shout out to Bobby. He has the best grito out of everybody in Huntington Park.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he on his porch in the morning he'll crow like a rooster. So we call him Turkey because of that.
That's what's up.
Some of the best names come out of the hood. I remember we knew some dude, they used to call him Limon. And I never knew why. And I go, hey, what do they call you Limon? He goes, yeah, because he's ugly. And it's like you're like biting a lemon like. I thought that was hilarious when they told me what the reason why.
I know this dude they call Tortilla because he has a bunch of fucking freckles. And it looks like a fucking burnt tortilla.
We'll be all day. This interview will go all day with names. We have Culencio, was a dude we knew, Florencio. He had a big fucking mean ghetto ass. And when we walk up the street, it looked like if they were just pulling it back. Eh?
All bad.
All bad.
Can you guys explain the creative process of this band? I mean, how do you guys get started creating music? I mean, who's the songwriter? I mean, is it a collaborative effort?
It depends. Sometimes, usually, like, I mean, Mikey comes up with, you know, like the heavy riffs. Liam writes, you know, the more like madball catchy riffs. You know what I mean? I mean, lyrically, for the last couple of years, you know, I've been writing them. He's been writing them. But these days, we're actually taking input from the rest of the members to like kick with the lyrics. So, I mean, I would say this new album, we're gonna try to like collaborate and take everybody's ideas and make an album like he wanted to do or he wanted to do versus just he wrote. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, in the past, it was definitely Mikey writing everything.
Well, we know you have the album coming out in October, and I know you guys are very excited about it. What's it called, and tell us about it.
You know what? I don't really know the title, if it's going to have one, because it's on a label called Knives Out Records out of Paris. And I just know the cover is like some zombie shit, you know what I mean? Like, he drew it up, whatever, and it's a split with Spider Crew from Austria. I don't know if he's going to give it a title or whatnot, but, I mean, I just know the cover is of zombie. or like a swamp with zombie or some bullshit. Yeah.
Name it Limon.
Limon.
Name it
Yeah,
Limon.
pretty
dude.
much. No, he was like, "Hey, what do you think of the cover?" I'm like,
Come on.
"I'm cool, man, with fucking eating brains, you know what I mean? But if you want to put that out, that's up to you."
What was your focus when you started with concepts for the album? You know, what? How did you want it to sound? More of a groovy style, more of a hardcore fast, you know, mixture of both?
Lyrically, I had like the concept in my head, and you know, there was one song that we wrote, and there was like so much controversy between the band. Like, why are you trying to write a song like that? Why are you trying to write a song like that? But when we did the video, it just like pretty much came out where everybody, okay, now I know where you're coming from. And it was a song I wrote about, like I said, to expose pedophiles, you know. And when I first brought this, you know, song to the table, that's Pandora's box. It's a subject you don't really want to touch. You know what I mean? You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to offend nobody. Definitely how the fuck you express it. But it's a song I've been like contemplating to write for like fucking 15, 16 years. So I finally wrote it, and it did what it had to do. And now they understand. So it's been a kind of stressful process because I have to explain my lyrics to these dickheads now versus them reading
That's
them.
true. Now I really want to know what the fuck you're saying. You know, it's just
Because before, yeah, they wouldn't. Okay, it's just whatever, you know, rah, 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 whatever. And now they actually read my lyrics, and they're like,
ese no.
"Why do you have to say that word?" And I'm like, "Well, because there's no other way to say it." So I just, you know, went back to my fucking roots, being, you know, going to school and using other words to, you know, get my point across versus being straightforward. But it's still there. It's not gonna change.
So you guys prefer Quiznos over Subway then, right?
Yeah, fucking bolillo with fucking
I've
ham.
never had Quiznos, but
Torta de jamón.
Yeah, I like
de
to
queso de puerco.
I like to stick
No
with
sabe.
the white bread, the Kraft Velveeta cheese, and the piece of bologna.
Stay away from government cheese. It tastes like medicine.
So, Mikey,
Yes.
do you put the music to the lyrics, or do you wait for Junior to put the lyrics together and then you put the music to it?
You know what? That's a hand-in-hand question, because there's times where he sends me like a little verse. I'll read it, and that more or less just kind of like brings out the vibe of what kind of song is it going to be. You know,
Right.
like an angry song, or, you know, just a fast song, or, you know, like there's different, there's different ways that we write. There's times like I'm the type of writer that I like to write with drums. If I don't have no drums, it's really hard for me to write. But, you know, like, you know, I'll be at home just messing around with the guitar, and, you know, a riff will come out. I'll shoot it to Junior. He'll get some lyrics, and then he helps a lot. We're like, hey, man, you know what? I'm kind of feeling this. So, you know, I feedback off everybody. Then Chino just comes into the mix and brings that beat, and boom. Like today, we just wrote a song. So, Liam and Johnny, you have a new song when you come back. Homework. Yeah, so it's definitely teamwork. It's teamwork.
Definitely.
You guys got a new video out. It was produced by Billy Biohazard. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What's it like working with him? And was he really hands-on and helping you bring out your style of this song?
To be honest, like, we actually weren't in the studio when that song was produced. It was more like we sent it to him because he wanted to hear it, and he loved the track, but he didn't like the production. So he was like, "Yo, let me fuck with it and let me show you what I can do." And he brought something that was like shit to
He
fucking
brought
life.
it to life, man.
Because, I mean, basically what it was is like we were at the studio, we had a track, and we recorded it on our tape. I mean, on our fucking phones, whatever. And like we never even had any ideas about going to the studio to lay it down. It was just something that we had. And he took with the file that we had, and he pimped it and brought it to life. And we put it on the 7-inch that came out with Sworn Enemy. So
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
yeah, it was really cool. So we are definitely talking about doing the full length with him at his studio right there in Gardena, because I mean he does really good, man.
Any chances of you guys playing with Power Flow anytime soon?
We were supposed to play with him in Hollywood, but the promoter only wanted 3 bands. Roy from Power Flow called me, and he was like, "Yo, I want you guys on the bill," and we were gonna open it up. It was at I think was it something Lanes. It's right there in Hollywood. it's like a bowling alley or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the promoter only wanted 2 bands. It was like some reggae band and then Power Flow. But I'm sure that we'll end up being on the stage with them sometime soon.
What's your message, and what do you hope to accomplish with your fans and listeners?
To be honest with you, just be real, man. Never be ashamed of who you are. Whether you're a fuck up or you got your shit together, whatever it is, we are not fucking ashamed to be who we are or what we were or what we will become. If we did drugs or we do drugs or we fucking were fucked up dads or we were fucked up husbands, we're going to give it to you. We're going to fucking explain, hey, you know what? No one's perfect, but if you want to, you know, hide behind the fucking curtain and act like you are, this is not the band for you. You know, we're not a negative band. We're just a fucking true band. You know what I mean? Like, we will tell you our darkest secrets, and if you don't like them, there's always the fucking eyeliner bands.
And you said that at the Roxy. You said that, like, hey, this is who we are. That's a message that you guys pushed out.
Yeah.
It was well received.
Very well received.
I just want people to know, like, hey, you know what? I'm just like you. I come from the struggle, and chances are I could still be in the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you're not alone.
Yeah.
You're not alone. If you had an addiction or whatever the fuck you were going through, I'm everything you are except a pedophile. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Jared and Subway. Don't listen to this band.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Jared. Puto got a Subway in his ass.
I mean, there's hardcore bands out there that, I mean, the hardcore scene is, you guys have been to hardcore shows. There's beautiful girls, but, I mean, how hard is it to fucking not look at a beautiful girl and say, well, she's like 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you walk to the bitches that are fucking buying a beer?
Yeah.
You have to go fuck with a little girl who looks up to your band? So, with that said,
We have a name for
fuck
those
champion.
little girls. Oh. we have a name for
Shout
those
out.
little girls. Anytime they look underage, we call them 11-teen.
That's fine.
17.
Stay
That's
next
a
to your
good one.
daddy.
Yep.
Enjoy the bands. Buy a shirt. Thank you for listening to us.
But we were talking about this in our last podcast, and I think that's an important formula to have, is just be yourself. Because as much natural as you are, the more you become yourself, the more you connect with your audience. Because, I mean, there's people that are going to listen to you that you speak to them.
Absolutely, man. I mean, because, you know, there's bands everywhere. I mean, you're going to meet them. We played with them. But everybody still works to make $1. I mean, you're not fucking... I mean, if it was like we were famous, why should we be fucking any different? Why would I look down on you? I mean, that took me a whole life to get famous. Now I'm going to shit on the people that made me? You know what I mean? But if we were like, you know, living large in a fucking mansion, you better believe that's what I'll be singing about, because I got the bling now. I'm still keeping it true, but right now I don't. So Pampers, I'm still singing about it.
I think that's a real good message that you send about being true, being honest, and accepting, you know, you yourself, first and foremost, who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And because if you think about it, we're in the era of the millennial, and all you see and hear is about these young people who don't have an identity, can't find one, or have trouble trying to, you know, fit in with the identity that they believe that they have. They're killing themselves, they're ODing, they're doing all this crazy shit, and a lot of them don't have any direction, or at least, you know, some kind of, you know, flickering light at the end of the tunnel.
They
And
need a millennial Sesame Street is what they need. They need something to
Yes,
look
they
up
do.
to.
Now, and when you guys come out, bands like you guys, and you do carry that message.
Well, we
and,
definitely
you're
sing about anti-suicide as well. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure everybody in this room, it's crossed your mind once, like, fuck, I hate my life. I want to kill myself. Not many people actually attempt it, but those that do, you know, our hearts go out to your families, because, I mean, that's fucked up. How the fuck you get a phone call that your kid just fucking smoked himself? I mean, all I can say from experience, I want to live now. You know what I mean? I want to live. I don't want to die no more. I have my children, man.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because when I got here and I met you, I thought you were gonna kill me, but then I'm like, he's just a big teddy bear.
I love everybody, man.
So I got a question for Chino, since he hasn't talked except for his name. So let's put him on blast.
And first and foremost,
Please do.
he's a Kings fan. So
Hey, he's a Kings fan.
shout out to Chino and the LA Kings.
Okay, so what was the first band? What was the first hardcore band you got into, and how did that make you feel?
The first hardcore band actually was the Bad Brains, and I seen them on a 411 VM, which is a skateboarding like video.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
So
Was that 411?
yeah. And ever since then, I mean, I've liked that aggressive music, and I just was sold since then.
Now, was the drums your first instrument?
Actually, my first instrument was in like the 6th grade. I used to play saxophone. But,
Sexy sax.
yeah.
Did he say saxophone?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to add saxophone to Countime.
Some Kenny G shit, you know.
Oh,
Saxophone to a breakdown.
I think we're gonna do like a reggae track for that now.
Nah,
See that?
I think
See
you
that?
should do Careless Whisper in a hardcore fucking.
That's right.
Like,
Hey, that's a mean Chino secret right there. The saxophone. I didn't even know that.
It's out there now.
see,
So
every time we do a fucking interview or a podcast, like a secret comes out. Last time Mikey pulled up his fucking shorts, and we're like, "Oh, put it back down."
all bad.
Hey, let's leave that behind, all right?
This is audio. We can't see your tarantarans on here.
What about you, Mikey?
up?
What's the first hardcore band that you got into?
Man, dude, hardcore punk was first for me. Not hardcore, as in like the first was going on to backyards, man. Like East LA backyards, and just seeing Union 13. These guys, DOO. I was actually a fan of their band before I started jamming with these guys. It was just like mostly like the punk scene in East LA, man. Like big shout out, to Union 13, because that was
The real Union 13.
yeah, the real Union 13. That was a big
Shout out.
influence
Louis.
for me,
And how has that influenced your guitar playing for this band?
Oh man, I always take it back, man. I always try to take it back to like just the roots of just that aggressive fucking fast punk, man. So it's a big influence. All the East LA hardcore bands, hardcore punk bands, Set Aside, Outrank, Teenage Rage.
You have to be into punk rock to
man,
like
Teenage
hardcore.
Rage.
There is no in
Teenage
between.
Rage,
You know what I mean?
that's
That's a
Yep.
name I have not heard since the 90s.
Yeah.
dude.
What
Last
name?
time I saw Teenage Rage was with you.
We saw him last
Litmus,
night.
Litmus
No
Green.
Oh, these guys play with them.
We saw him last night.
Fuck.
We saw them with Litmus Green, right?
Yeah.
Teenage Rage.
Yeah, they played last night at the Troubadour.
No shit.
Yeah, they opened
Hey,
up.
so did Schism, right?
Yeah.
Schism played. Yeah, Omar.
Shout out to Omar.
Schism.
So back in the day, there was always a strong brotherhood in this scene. Do you find that to be the case today? Like, do you still have that brotherhood within the scene?
Well, it depends on, what scene we were in, you know what I mean?
Like the hardcore scene in particular.
I guess. There was it depends on what kind of style of hardcore you were playing. If you were playing Youth Crew, there was definitely a brotherhood. But if you were playing Tough Guy, whatever, everybody was trying to out-tough each other. You know what I mean? And then you had all these kids starting crews and everything, and it just breaks things apart because instead of enjoying the music, they're too busy fighting over fucking letters. You know what I mean? And I look at it dude, just enjoy the music. You want to get busted for fucking stupid shit? Well, then gangbang, motherfucker. You know what I mean? If you want to fucking put it down, get into a real barrio.
For real.
Oh, yeah, put in some work.
Just fucking put on your headphones, listen to Morrissey, and fucking join 18th Street.
Shout out to Morrissey.
The more essay.
Smiths. How often are you guys touring throughout the years?
We try to get, we try to play as much as possible, but Mikey works a lot of hours, Javee works a lot of hours, Chino works a lot of hours, Liam, everybody. Where if it was up to me, I'd book these motherfuckers 9 months out of the year.
So for the
Please
most part,
For the most part, we tour, we play a lot for a fatherly band. You know what I mean? Average on a month. We might do 6 shows or something. You know what I mean? And that's kind of a lot for having kids, because you get into it with your old lady. We're like, oh, I'm gonna go out Friday. Well, motherfucker, I thought we were gonna go and do this. You know what I mean?
right? Yeah, family life, and I'm assuming day jobs as well and stuff, right?
Yeah, full-time job.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. How do you juggle that? Now that you're all older, how do you juggle that?
You kiss ass.
You find time to be on the road,
You kiss ass and tell her she's beautiful and you're never gonna hurt her. And you let her know that she's. It's like talking to her if you're in prison. You send her window love. You send her floating, so you don't have to be the next week stressing she's boning your homeboy.
I'm mad.
You asked.
Window love.
That's funny.
You guys ever take your family on tour with you?
Mikey has.
I've taken my wife. We went to New York last
May.
May.
Just man.
Yeah.
We played with Judge and Ignacio Front,
Yeah.
Madball, Crown of Thorns, and he brought his wife, and they are expecting a new baby.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's a Mikey.
Baby number 4.
He goes,
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna conceive a baby. We're like, get your own room. He stood in the Lower East Side, and we stood in Brooklyn. But our room was where everybody wanted to be. We were like on the 27th floor. Just Chino, I mean, he was with us. It was great.
You're the party room.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh yeah.
Shag regs, alcohol, you know.
Oh, full bar, everything. I was just like,
Careless Whisper playing in the background.
oh, yeah.
You didn't want to come back home after that trip.
No.
How did that New York crowd receive you guys?
We haven't been to New York City as a band since 2006. So we were like really like excited to go back as a band, and you know, we opened up the bill, and shout out to New York City, man. We love you guys. They fucking gave us the best response and cleared out all our merch. We took a gang of merch and they bought it all. So we went over there to do a job and we did it.
How did it feel getting all that love?
Felt fucking great. I mean, like getting love from people that you look up to on your wall when you were a kid with posters. You know what I mean? It's rare.
Yep.
You know.
What's the difference between the East Coast crowds versus the LA crowds over here?
East Coast crowd takes really a lot of pride in their scene because, you know, New York has built their, you know, their fucking thing where there's not a band you don't know from New York, SOD, Agnostic Front, so forth and so on. And they really take pride in their scene. I mean, no matter how old they are. LA, this is Cali, homie. You know what I mean? We're spoiled right here. We got bitches, we got the beaches, we got fucking everything.
Good weather.
You could be a DJ here, you could be a movie star, and you can do whatever you want. So we're all spread out. So we don't know how to appreciate it. I mean, so that's why we try to, like, you know, represent the LA hardcore, you know, and try to do what they did, because they take a lot of pride in their scene, dog. If we could, trust me, if we united the punk rock scene, the death metal scene, all these motherfucking scenes that we have, we'll be unstoppable.
That's the goal of the Clika Podcast right there. I mean,
We'll
we're
be
trying to
unstoppable.
unite everything.
If we could get, like, okay, say, you put this grindcore band on there, a hardcore band, punk rock band, and we got everybody from every scene, and they all kept coming to our same shows, dude, LA would be the place to fuck around, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, all these fucking people come from like Utah or whatever, some butt fuck country, and they come and become movie stars. We lived our life, and we're still struggling. Those ones got more hard, like where they come with a dream.
And that's the problems I have with Canadians. Canadians that really find a successful way over here, you know, like Ryan Reynolds and all those fuckers.
They got free medical. Fucking can do in Canada. Jump off the fucking Niagara Falls in a barrel and shit.
Get hit by a moose.
Right.
Fuck that.
It was like Idaho. What you gonna do over there, man? Fucking cocaine if you can score it and bone down cows and shit. Man.
That's why I don't see too many Canadian hardcore bands, man. They got nothing to complain about up there.
Actually, there's some good Canadian hardcore bands up there. I mean, they come across and shit. I mean, they have good festivals over there. But, you know, I mean, from what I keep hearing from everybody, the festivals, Europe is where it's at.
Yeah.
Europe is where it's at. I mean, United States got a lot of growing up to do because whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, as far as the music scene goes, if we were to, like I said, if we were to unite every punk rock scene, hardcore scene, whatever scene we have in LA, we'd be an unstoppable force.
Very true.
Because you got so many great bands, whether they're ska, punk, whatever. And we went to a show last night, and for some people, you know, they went down memory lane with Schism and, you know, Teenage Rage and shit. And that's cool, you know what I mean? Because at that time, those are the bands that were kicking it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, you know, much respect to them. Los Creepers, you know, shout out to the boys in Los Creepers.
Damn.
And they definitely stole the night.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
we seem to be the same age because that was the music that was going around when we were growing up.
Right.
You know, that 90s, early 90s, mid 90s.
Yeah, it was basically, you know, a lot of talk last night about the Allen Theater, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And
Southgate.
everybody's like, oh, the Allen Theater. And I was like, I fucking hate that place, man. It was so boring. It was so boring there, man.
You know, Rick and I got that guy John started off. We got him going. he used to have a little place called Our House in Linwood.
Yeah, we used to play there all the time.
We played some of the first shows there.
Yeah.
We were in difference of opinion.
Yeah, we used to play there a lot right there.
I think we threw the first or second show there.
We threw the first and second show there.
We showed them what's up, and then they like, fuck you guys. We don't need
Yeah,
any
but
more.
see, everybody's like, the Allen Theater, you know, you built the scene of that. You motherfuckers forgot a place called the Anti-Club. You know what I mean? Like, the Anti-Club was the shit. That was LA right there, you know? And then, you know, in East LA, we had Alibaba's.
Yeah.
You know, we had Casa de Mexicano. There was AK fucking Miracles and Breaking 2.
The Bullocks in South Central.
The
El
Bullocks.
Tropico, remember?
We had El Tropico.
Yeah.
We booked a show there years ago with Madball.
Oh, damn.
In 2003 was Madball, Powerhouse, us, Throwdown.
Oh, shit.
Piece by
Piece, Terror. And
That was a sick fucking show.
you know, these kids were tripping out because you see like fucking Good Charlotte walking in, and fucking Rancid was there, and fucking F Minus and all these other bands. I mean, so many superstar bands. I mean, the kids had no idea who the fuck was playing, and now hardcore's exploded because of Hot Topic, and now you want to care.
All of a sudden.
Where the fuck were you when we were down? You know what I mean? I mean, that's basically how we look at it, and that's what the new song's about. Like, you guys have to fucking give respect to the old school, because without the old school, there would be no new school.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you guys think that, like, because your breakdown was, you guys stole that shit from bands like Obituary, Sepultura, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the only thing you did was
Suffocation.
you took the long hair and replaced it with fucking sleeves, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's
The leads were replaced with breakdowns,
it's
you
a
know?
great way to compare that, you know?
This is the very moment of your reckoning. In the next 30 seconds, you're gonna open up one of two doors. The first door will forever traumatize your own flesh and blood. It'll change your daughter from a beautiful child into an empty shell whose only concept of trust was betrayed by her own sick pedophile father. Ultimately, it'll lead to a suicide.
Mortified anxiety, chimera, demon dream, full of rage, night on, prostitute, innocence gone, no more monster, inner beast, schizophrenic, bipolar, fiend, slow to turn, reserve the corpse, take your time to kill the thorn. Fight in the dark, you're not alone. Scarred for life, a fate of shadows. No excuses for either gender. No mercy for sex offender. Kerosene worthy, burn them all with gasoline. Strike a back, hang a noose, check that see there's no excuse. Kerosene worthy, burn them all with gasoline. Strike a match, hang a noose, check that see there's no excuse. No excuse. Underage, jailbait. A woman said no. Anything. Innocent love. It's so disgusting. Not a sickness. It's pedophile lusting. Horde of people with no remorse. Malicious intent. No regrets. Take your time. Reserve the corpse. Take your time to kill the thorn. To kill the thorn. Enough's enough! Child molesting, rapist punk. No means no, even when they're drunk. No excuses for either gender. No mercy for sex offenders. For sex offenders.
Don't ever touch me again.
Fuck all you motherfucking pedophiles out there. I'll fuck your ass up and you fucking see that shit. You think that shit's fucking okay? I'll fucking kill you. Shove your fucking nutsack up your fucking ass.
What direction do you see your band going in? Do you guys see yourself, in the mainstream at all?
That would be I say like this, man. I don't want to speak for everybody, but I'm like,
You can't see it, but they're
whatever
praying.
their dreams want to be, I'll come along for the ride. You know what I mean? Whatever they want to accomplish, I'm with it. You know what I mean? Because we got nothing to prove at the end of the day. We did what we have to do, and we're old, we're fathers, and if that's selling out, well, I got kids, motherfucker.
Right?
Oh, dang.
Diapers are expensive.
Infamil, man.
It's fucking expensive. They lock that shit up behind the cabinet.
Hey,
What
you gotta go with
shit,
breastfeeding. Fuck the Infamil. Put them on there. Breastfeeding, baby.
A lot of people probably like, damn, you're just old motherfucking bitter motherfuckers. You're damn straight.
Oh yeah, dude.
Hardcore parents.
Pretty much.
Where do you see yourself with this band, Chino, in the future? How far?
Just hopefully on the road. Shit, I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, I love how it's going right now, so just keep it at the same pace.
Kind of just taking it day by day. And
Yeah, you know,
It gets better with fucking as we're going along.
it's more seasoning.
Yeah, I mean, like we took a hiatus like in 2011, and you know, it took a good friend of ours to fucking convince us to get back on stage, and when we did, Strife and Madball took us out, and there hasn't been one fucking show that we don't play where we're like it's just like a blessing, you know what I mean? Like we just keep getting better fucking shows and like better songs and better opportunities where it wasn't supposed to be this way. You know what I mean? It was just a bunch of fucking wetbacks fucking trying to play hardcore, man. It was nothing more, nothing less. We were trying to be somebody that we weren't, and we ended up finding our voice. And today people buy our shit, and it's like, you realize I used to smoke PCP, right? You know what I mean? You really are going to pay attention to me?
Shout out to the makers of Sherm.
State Street, Hazard, Anzac.
Fencyclidine.
Smoke a frio with your tío.
The next Countime.
Good. Yeah, we write songs about that too.
That's some good lyrics right there. Smoke frio with your tío.
No, but see, but we were trying to get more mature in our lyrics. We're like, you know, we already did like we're singing about the streets. We're always gonna sing about the streets and struggle, man. But sometimes, you know, the struggle could be inside your house with your kids. You know what I mean? Like, I love my kids. You know, just fucking yesterday, my son got in a car accident where I could have lost my kid.
Damn.
And that just makes me think like, ain't nothing more hardcore than your fucking family, homie.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's what I try to write about, like the good things now. I'm not mad no more about, you know, his mother. Fuck that bitch. You know what I mean?
Shout out to his mother.
Shout out.
I love all my baby mamas.
So, the Victory Records hardcore scene. I always come back to this question when we interview, you know, hardcore bands and stuff like that. I know where I was at when that kind of hit, you know, mid to late 90s. And I started getting influences with, you know, influenced by bands like, you know, Hatebreed, Earth Crisis, Bloodled, stuff like that.
Dead Guy.
Yeah.
Bloodled.
What were you guys, where did you find your guys, yourselves during that era?
Victory was the label in the 90s, definitely. Victory is not the label now.
I think one of the bands that stood out for me and Junior also was Blood for Blood.
Yeah.
I mean, I got really into those guys. I could hear the fucking anger, all the angst in their music, and then...
That's a perfect example right there.
Yeah.
That's a band that definitely had no, you know, no fucking reason not to hold back. You know what I mean? Like, if you listen to their lyrics, somebody fucked that fool up really bad.
That fool needs a hug, man.
Yeah. I mean, my homeboy used to be like, hey, somebody touched that white boy. That's on the schedule, dog. He goes, you could feel the pain. He goes, somebody touched that about the dog.
Next time, you know, just bring him a doll and just tell him to show you on the doll.
I mean, but those were the bands that spoke to us, you know? Scarhead, Crown of Thorns, Madball, Vietnam, you know, early AFI. I mean, he was doing this thing, Powerhouse. Of course, you know, Suicidal Tendencies. But when they started funking it up, I was all right. The funky shit, I mean, it's cool, but that's what you got George Clinton for, you know what I mean?
Sigur Rós just did a show the other night with the Suicidal, and they did the first album in its entirety.
I mean, if they were to do a reunion like with fucking like Rocky and like Luigi, I mean, fuck, they'll fucking kill it, man. That would be like the Misfits reunion type shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, everybody went to the Misfits. I was fucking dying with a sickness. I didn't make it out to him. He went to the Misfits, and then they went to the Misfits.
How was the show? I mean, was it worth the $8,000 ticket prices that they were selling bootleg?
I didn't pay shit. I got a free ride. I jumped on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was a great set. I mean, Danzig's vocals sounded like they wanted to give out, during the set, but other than that, it was fucking badass.
They should have brought up, the homie Danny, so he could just sock him in front of everybody, so that way. Shout out to the Northside Gigs. Shout out, Danny.
Shout out to Glenn Danzig's jaw for being made of glass.
Shout out.
Now, was this the show at the Forum?
No, I went to the one in Vegas. The crowd sucked there, but at least we got to see them.
Free ride, baby. Free ride.
Yeah.
They're not done yet. They'll be back. There's money to be made.
Oh yeah.
I mean, shit. Thank Guns N' Roses for them getting back together. You know what I mean? They're fucking Slash and fucking Axl can get it together. So can fucking the rest of the bands. There's certain bands you need to see a reunion. It's not gonna happen. Minor Threat, if you're listening, do a reunion.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Minor Threat.
Operation Ivy, if you're
Operation
listening.
Ivy.
Them too.
Yeah, that'd be great too. But
ABBA, if you're listening. Stay broken up, please. We don't want to hear you.
Please.
Yeah, we gotta tell people where we're at.
Nirvana needs to get back together. Dig that motherfucker up and put him on stage, eh? Worst band ever, man.
Oh, man.
It'll be like a Weekend at Bernie's performance.
Weekend at Bernie's featuring music by Nirvana.
Weekend at Courtney's, yeah. Oh, man. Fucking hate Nirvana, man. That whole fucking depressing Seattle scene, I was like, fuck. Just drown yourself, man. How many motherfuckers are left from that scene? They all fucking died of heroin, right?
The majority of them.
Yeah, right?
Well, the good ones did.
Fuck, you better get some different fucking dope up there or something.
One of them,
Gotta go taking
Adderall?
Yeah.
Adderall for Chris Cornell, right? Adderall or
Yeah, it was.
Ativan or one of those two?
Ativan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Chris Cornell died too, huh?
He killed himself.
Oh, he killed himself?
Hung himself on his doorknob.
That's some wild
I
shit.
think it was before Chester, right?
Yeah.
No, it was
Yeah,
after.
I think
It
it
was
was
after.
after.
It was after.
No, Chester died afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Fuck.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Rest in peace.
Wow.
You don't see too many hardcore singers killing themselves.
I know Harley needs to take himself out, eh? Harley from Chromax. Mátate, güey. Fuck you. You definitely need to kill yourself.
Rick.
Oh, yeah, Rick to Life
Rick
needs
to
to kill.
Life.
Rick to Life, man. If you see a building, jump off it, dog. Porfa. Fuck that dude, eh?
So let's anybody want to promote anything? Anything you guys coming up right now? Any gigs?
Yeah, we got a few gigs coming up. We got San Francisco at the Parkside on September 20th.
September 21st.
21st?
Yeah.
Then we come back and we do Long Beach with Slapshot, Dare, the Manson Family.
Yeah. September 27th.
The 27th, and then the next day we're in San Diego.
Whereabouts in Long Beach?
It's a new venue called the Toast, some shit, right? It's a new venue. That's all I know. And then that's what October we're doing one show in
Maywood.
In Maywood because we want to like try to like write some songs in between, and then November, a couple dates with the Cro-Mags. In December we have something that we can't announce yet, but we're looking forward to it.
Trust me, you want to hear about it though. We'll edit it in December.
Yeah, definitely. But in January, if we played our cards right, we should be in Colombia for 3 dates. It'll be 5 days, 2 days wilding out, and then Cali, Medellin, and Bogota.
Wow, you better learn some card tricks.
Oh, yeah.
You want to play your cards right.
Oh, yeah.
That's that'll be some good gigs.
Oh, no, I mean, it's already definitely, like, we already talked to the other band that's taking us out, Know the Ending from Tijuana, Mexico. And like I said, it's just a matter of certain members getting their passports, and we fly out to Bogota.
That's awesome.
And we take it from there, and hopefully everything goes smooth over there because it's kind of crazy.
Big things for Countime.
Huge things for Countime.
Trying. I mean, we got an offer from Honolulu, but it's like, you know, you have to fly over there. I mean, don't think that they're fucking paying our way. I mean, we got to fucking pay our own expenses, and then what we make at this show, you know, give each other back. But as long as everybody's cool with it and the wives don't get mad that, hey, you're spending money to go to Hawaii and I'm not. Window love.
That window love going.
Just bring back a pineapple in LA. That'll be good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you could do that, man. But that's what we got coming up for the remainder of the year. I mean, this year's been amazing. You know what I mean? We've had some ups and downs, whatever. Like, but every show has like, been getting better. You know what I mean? And the way we are on this podcast is the way we are off stage. You know what I mean?
And that's what's cool because I mean we got to the Sick of It All show earlier. That's where we met you guys.
Right.
And the band before you guys were, they went through the motions, but it seemed like rehearsed.
I didn't feel them. Like I didn't feel those guys.
That was
they did the jumps in the wrong. Don't mention the name.
no, you guys came on there. We felt it. And then Javee came out of the fucking woodwork like a superhero, dude. He was all fucking amped up and shit, dude. That shit got me going, dude. I'm like, fuck yeah,
that's why we
fucking
have
bad.
him. You know what I mean? Like,
he's your hype man,
yeah,
dude.
he does the jumps that I can't because I'm about to lose my motherfucking ankles in. This motherfucker hikes every day.
Hey, you were moving too, though, man. You're moving.
You got to, man. I mean, fat boys need to move. You know what I mean?
Hey, if Biggie Smalls could do it, you could do it.
Oh, that's what I say. I mean, if I get like Big Pun, I'll be like, shh, damn, dog. But, you know, Big Bun did his thing, you know.
That was a good show. You guys were all energetic, dude. That's what we wanted you guys on there. Like, we wanted this. We wanted our first hardcore podcast to be you guys.
But
because we wanted that LA love.
That was the goal.
Yeah, we were the first hardcore band.
Yep.
Are we?
Oh,
yeah.
All right, on, man.
Yeah.
We always go
shout out to
outside
Countime.
We always go outside, have cigarettes, and like, you know, the people are like, oh, you know, thank you guys for playing it every day, man. Thank you for listening. You know what I mean? Thank you for like buying a drink and just like seeing a bunch of dudes fucking do what they do.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, it was really good seeing you actually going out there and talking to the people because the other bands weren't. You came out there. We're like, we're out there in line, and you come up and like, hey, can we bum a cigarette off you? I think we had some first cigarette.
Maybe. I'm like, I go out there. I always go out there to have a cigarette, get, you know, and just like collect myself. Like, yo, man, we just share the stage with Sick of It All.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no matter if we're friends and we've been playing for years, like nothing is gonna fucking change that. That's Sick of It All.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
you build a friendship, whatever, but that's still Sick of It All at the end of the day.
Yep.
It's like you're playing basketball with Jesus.
All right.
With his hair huaraches.
Right? Look at Junior, thinks he's all bad hanging out with Jesus. Huh?
You know, I think the reason why the other guys in the band didn't show up because they were practicing their jumps backstage. You know, about the ones they missed.
Oh man, I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't care if you're white, black, or Chinese. You got to work on your rhythm. That's all I'm saying.
Eddie Murphy said a long time ago, you guys only have one dance, eh? They might be right about that, eh?
They're the Carlton.
Pretty much. You just got to go with it, man. Feel the music. You know what I mean? You're up there entertaining. Well, then be an entertainer. If you look like an ass, that's what you fucking signed up for. You know what I mean? And we do what we feel is right. I mean, we don't rehearse anything. We just go up there and do what we do when it's time to do it.
Let the music feel you.
Yeah, you just get lost in the music.
Because if I sit there and fucking, okay, we're going to jump today, guys, and it's going to be right here.
I got to ask you about who makes the decision to make your shirts? What's going to be on the shirts? You guys had one of
Your
the best
shirts are fucking
I've
dope,
seen,
dude.
I do.
Ese Juanito.
No, you know what I mean? We were kids. I don't even know how. I guess you could say we were tag bangers. You know what I mean? And we were always like fucking riding on the buses and whatever. So I always like art. You know what I mean? He likes art. They like art. So I went to school for fucking graphic design because I was like, yo, I'm gonna fucking make my own silk screen.
Oh, you
company.
like art? I thought you meant art from Tres Putos. Because that guy's cool. I like him too.
What's up, Art? You listening on me?
What was that shirt with American Me, the youngsters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fucking dope.
Guy has awesome shirts. Is there anywhere our listeners could get your shirts? Or?
Yeah, you get them at www.countimela.bandcamp.com. Our web store is right there. And like I said, right now our web store is getting updated with all the new merch because every time we sell out, instead of like repressing, the American Me shirt or whatever, other ideas come with, hey, do this, do that. So sometimes it's a limited run. So if you got the American Me, you probably won't get it again.
I got that shit.
What about hats? You guys make hats too?
We've done a few run of those, and they do all right. But I mean, it's like we're still in that mindset. Like, how much should we charge? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't know how much you should charge. Like, you don't want to be like, dig, this fool's charging $30. Who the fuck does he think he is? You know what I mean?
$50 hat. No,
we're still fans, homie. Like we're still fans that we think like I'm not gonna pay $30 for that. Fuck that. I can straight go get it in Whittier. You know what I mean?
You look out for the bootlegger.
That's a very Mexican way to
Dick,
see
my
it.
cousin makes them in the swap meet. Dick, I can get them there. Like, you know what I mean? So us, we think like that. So maybe we bumped it up to like $20 a shirt. And the only reason we do that is like when we play with Sick of It All and Mabo and everybody, we look at their their shirts and they're selling them for like $25, $30. Mm-hmm. So we just try to go down like $10 or whatever. I mean, it does pretty well though, eh? There's some fucking t-shirt companies I've been seeing that like overnight, these motherfuckers are charging like fucking $55 for their sweaters. I'm like, and they sell.
Oh,
Maybe we just got love for people, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Because when we went to Slayer, their shirts were $45, right?
Yep.
Fuck that. I bought one outside for like $5 from a bootlegger.
Right?
Hey, you know what? That's what we gotta do. We gotta bootleg the Countime shirts and stuff.
You know what? If you guys do that, I've been saying that. If anybody bootlegs our shit, hey man, fucking thank you.
Hey, that's how you.
I mean, you made it. Right?
You made it. That's
Fuck
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Last time I heard, they had them at the Callejones.
I would not be opposed to that, man. If somebody bootleg my shit, I said, that's what's up.
Hey, don't put it past us, man. I used to silk screen, so.
I mean,
We'll sell them to Buena, Bonita, y Cheap.
hey, that's,
We'll sell them at Fallas Paredes.
Nah, you gotta go Tres Hermanos way.
That's old school right there.
I mean, you go to the Callejones right there in fucking Santi, and they got like ranch, and they got that.
Yep.
Hey man, if my shit was up there, we made it. You buy my shirt for $8 in fucking Santi Alley. It's all good.
And I have to say this: their
We're
quality of shirts improved. Man.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not mad about that. You got us fucked up if you think we're gonna be the haters. Like, hey, you owe us money. Nah, man. You want me to bring you the screen or what?
I'm gonna be like, señora, me da esa la de Countime, por favor.
Hey, son 3x5, mijo.
I bought a Danzig long sleeve back in like 93 maybe when they played with White Zombie for Halloween. And it was a white long sleeve, and I swear to God, the fucking next day I washed it. I almost washed out the whole Danzig logo off the shirt.
Oh yeah.
It was fucking terrible.
I got
man.
fucked over like that.
We went through a company one time that didn't know how to silk screen, right? And we made shorts. And our logo is the LA guy, and it's like a cholo, like with a mic, whatever. And we had it on the leg, and the dude that did our silk screen obviously tried to burn us. So I saw the shorts, and it was like really, really hot. And some dude went swimming, and he came back. He goes, "Hey fool, what's up with your shorts?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" The little vato took off swimming. He didn't have the LA no more. Yeah, he said it was like an iron on it. And it was like floating in the water. He goes, "That fool was swimming, man." Fucking bastard. Yeah.
Hey, our bootlegs only break apart, dude. They don't go swimming, man.
So let's wrap this up. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything else you want to say? Any shout outs to anybody?
I want to hear more from Chino, dude. I'm fucking quiet.
Any window love you want to give out there, Chino?
Shout out to my wife, Aisha, and my 2 kids. That's it.
Chino's always quiet.
I'm showing some window love to my wife, Yvette, and my 3 kids. And baby number 4, it's on the way.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
4?
Baby number 4.
That's a hardcore band right there, dude.
Yeah. I'm a busy man.
Yeah,
Vato starting his own baseball team.
Not that fucking busy.
we're gonna have a Abram Quintanilla right here.
Abram. That's a gacho name, right?
No, don't stab me with that.
Ese Petronilo. Dude.
So what about you? You want to show some window love to somebody?
Yeah. Much love to my children, you know what I mean? Much love to the DMS crew. Shout out to fucking Goon, rest in peace.
I just want to send a shout out to my son Damien and to my brothers from Los Creepers.
Yeah, too many bands to name, so I mean, we don't want to leave anybody out, you know. Shout out to all the LA hardcore scene, New York hardcore scene, and anybody that's in a crew doing what you guys got to do, and you come and, you know, support us. Thank you, much love, man.
Well, we're real excited to see all the good things that Countime's gonna do now and in the future. Can't wait for your album to come out. Keep in touch with us. Let us know so that we can, help support you guys. And real excited to have you guys on the first hardcore show here.
Thank you guys for having us, man.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Yeah.
La Clika Podcast, eh, watcha?
All right, and just remember, after this podcast comes out, it's going to be $3 for $5 bootleg Countime shirt.
Right there, Santi Alley and everything.
Yeah,
Shout out.
Tell Art you know Junior.
Make some hats, homie.
All right, we're out.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.